What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of KozMatt's Wrestling Recap. With WWE moving hot and heavy into Backlash, Monday Night Raw delivered a jam-packed show, kicking off with fire with the new faction of Bron Breakker, Paul Heyman, and Seth Rollins, saying that they own the business and they are the future. What did you think about the show, Matthew?
I'm just happy they are naming Backlash WrestleMania Backlash.
You and me both.
The way they're building the card, I mean, it's getting there. And I think tonight gave us a little more insight of what we're going to get. Like you said, the new faction in pro wrestling kicks off for us, Seth, Paul Heyman, and Bron Breakker. Do you feel this faction?
I'm starting to dig it. I really am.
So Sami Zayn comes out interrupting all this. He makes it personal that, him and Seth are really good friends on the outside. Their families are close and they love each other. But then he said he doesn't trust him inside the ring, told him to go to hell. Put it in a tough position here for Sami Zayn as Bron Breakker comes out. We get a singles match between both men. As expected, Bron Breakker annihilates Sami Zayn, spears him like 3 times. They had a whole angle with, trying to keep Sami away from Bron Breakker. Paul Heyman ringside, he's just kind of tuned into it and he's just letting it happen. But this isn't the last of what we're going to see.
Yeah,
Ripley and Roxanne Perez. I think what they're doing with Rhea Ripley, she's not putting over these talent, which, I'm happy she isn't, but she's working with them and I kind of dig it. There was a moment where I go, you know what, this feels good, but it's just not doing it for me. With Rhea Ripley, taking the dub, definitely was a suitable finish. And I think this rivalry is far from over. But Io Sky comes out, and we get a whole charade with Julia, who also comes out. So I think we got all these 4 women who are just hungry for spotlight.
Oh, dude, I really love how they're giving these women on NXT the call up to the main roster. We saw Stephanie Valkyrie later taking on Ivy Nile, was certainly getting in that match because it was quite phenomenal. But you know what? Give these women a chance, give them a shot on the main roster, and they're delivering. Like you said, this thing just absolutely went into chaos with all women just attacking
So
each other.
our next segment includes Jey Uso and Logan Paul. And I think that match is going to happen at Backlash, but they got on the mic. It was good. Are they going to take the title off Jey and give it to Logan? I totally don't think that's the case.
Me either.
But I think Logan Paul is honestly a real good opponent. They're both great on the mic. They killed it tonight. Logan Paul is such a good heel, and everything he said just pissed the crowd off against Jey Uso, who is completely the babyface here.
Talking about someone who pissed the crowd off to now is becoming quickly a fan favorite. We cut backstage to Judgment Day. The drama just continues. Dirty Dom, that new IC champion, just rubbing it into Finn Balor's face. Liv Morgan saying, "Don't worry, Finn. We signed you up for a number one contenders match for the tag team championships, taking on the War Raiders because you didn't get that championship at WrestleMania." Just rubbing it in real good.
They're slowly going to do something with this team here, but they're, like I said, slowly. All I'm going to say is they're moving very, very slowly.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're waiting for the right time, unfortunately. And I think we want to see it, but it's going to take some time. War Raiders versus Judgment Day. This is what we get here. This is the match I've been looking forward to. JD McDonough, man, I'm happy he's back. Solid match. Penta gets involved. And War Raiders defeat Judgment Day with New Day ringside.
This was awesome.
It was good. It was needed. It was fun. You know what I mean? But I think what my issue was next. It's Becky Lynch. I don't hate her, but I don't care to see her on my screen. There's just something about it. She goes over the top, and with Lyra Valkyrie coming out, Becky admits that she attacked Bayley, and Lyra's somebody, who looked up to Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch kind of turned their back on her. But I think it was the right decision. Becky Lynch just kind of went off on Lyra. She held Bayley accountable while also kind of being, this heel who's just kind of propped herself up as a bigger star. and she was prideful in attacking Bayley.
Really proud to see Lyra Valkyria stand toe-to-toe with Becky Lynch, really not backing down, challenging her to a match at Backlash, putting her IC championship on the
Yeah,
line.
and Lyra over with the crowd. I think it was a good test here. It worked. The crowd was on her side by the end of it all, and it's a good start for Lyra. I mean, so Ivy Nile and Stephanie Buckhair. Can we talk about this stuff here with Stephanie each week?
Oh, dude, so
Man,
good.
I love what they're doing. And don't get me wrong, Ivy Nile, like, I wish they gave her some type of like women's intercontinental title run. I think it was deserving after what she's been doing the past few weeks. But I think they're just going to hold off on that. So Stephanie defeats Ivy Nile, clean as can be. Such a good match. I mean, it showed that both women can just go at it. They're just two of some of the very best in the business.
Oh, dude, this was really great. Stephanie and Valkyrie doing that freaking head stomp into the ground, man. The crowd
Poor
gets
Booker T.
out of
That
it.
guy wasn't here tonight. That would have been great.
Oh,
Great spot
dude,
for Booker.
talk
Can we
about
talk
what.
about something next year?
Let
Don't
me
want to cut
take
you off
this.
if what you're thinking of. It's Gunther and McAfee. Oh,
Oh,
dude.
dude.
So
McAfee just went off, dude. He really did. He even saying, I got to back my boy, saying if Gunther wants to go one-on-one,
and he's talking to the crowd.
puts him in the ground. He's just going after it, man. Michael Cole's face was priceless during this whole thing.
Yeah, but you know what? I really like this stuff.
Me too.
And they're bringing kind of that social media to life of what everybody's saying on social media. Oh, they're racist. All this shit. What Cole's saying has been too far-fetched, or what Pat's saying has been too far-fetched. WWE's telling all these morons to stick it, and they're doing a role with McAfee and Cole as two best friends, and Gunther's that big bully.
Oh, dude, I love
Nick
it.
Aldis, who is the
Interim GM.
interim GM for Adam Pearce tonight. No, I can't tell you why. I don't know if I paid attention to it earlier in the night, but Pat McAfee wants to lift Gunther's ban. But all this says that's not going to happen, but he'll book him a match for Backlash. So crowd definitely wanted it. Michael Cole getting chanted last week and yet again this week. I hope they make it a weekly thing. But I'm here for it. A Pat McAfee and Gunther feud with a little bit of Michael Cole on the cusp.
I love it, dude. I really do. What I loved was our main event. So let's get right into this thing. Sami Zayn being given an ultimatum whether or not he jumps over to SmackDown and just leaves this new faction alone as Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, and Bron Breakker, or Bron Breakker's just going to beat him up all over again in the main event, like we saw earlier on in the night.
Mm,
Sami Zayn saying, "You're not going to blackmail me. You're not going to blackball me. I've been proven doubters wrong my whole career." And Sammy said, "I will take on Bron Breakker." And let's just say it did not end well for him at all. Taking a vicious spear with this new faction just standing over him to close out the show.
come on, what did you expect? It was perfect. I'm happy I saw Sami Zayn in this matchup here. He's just the underdog, and this is where they fully embrace that. He's going to hold the title soon. Excuse me. He's going to hold a world title. Maybe soon, but he's going to sometime in the near future. It's going to happen. He was resilient in this match. Bron Breakker spearing him like 3 times. Just completely put him over the edge. Sami Zayn, I wonder if they're going to hold off on him in a week. Or are we going to see him? I mean, it's going to be the go-home show next week before Backlash. So hopefully he can recover by then, because I hope they start to put people aside for some weeks after Bron Breakker attacks him to make it, feel more vicious. But this faction, Rollins, Breakker, Heyman, could they add Becky Lynch to this and give us a Becky Lynch and an AJ Lee feud? As AJ joins with Roman and Punk. That could be a Backlash or a SummerSlam match, but that's a fairy tale.
I'm here for it, man. I was here for this show. I love this new faction of Paul, Seth, and Bron Breakker. Let us know what you guys think about the faction and the closeout of tonight's show. Always like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, peace out. This has been KozMatt. Thanks for watching.